Hello and welcome to Spirit Touched. Let's talk about true preaching. It's thought that St. Francis said, "Preach Christ at all times. If necessary, use words." What a thought. That means we should preach him by how we live our lives. Here's another thought from President Lincoln during the war that freed the slaves. I have been tried many times. I have been down on my knees many times by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. I know I have. How about you out there? We are not to live on what ifs, but on faith and trust. People are watching us, so what happens in our private lives matters in our public lives, and vice versa. The prayers of those friends in times of grief can give solace to our aching hearts. President Bush 41 got it right in 1988, and we need to remember those words in 2026. It's time to become a kinder, gentler nation. It's also time to once again let this nation's thousands points of light shine for the world to see. Why? Because this is God's nation and we are his beacons. Donna Fargo got it right when she sang, "You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine." Mr. Bush believed it and lived it. The idea that we are to use that power God has given us, he knew that we are to use the power God has given us to help people. The day he took his oath of office, he began his service to this nation with a prayer. It just goes to show us how prayer can empower us. Knowing others are praying for us renews strength, lifts hope, and comforts us. Mr. and Mrs. Bush didn't just live their lives with dignity and respect. They gave it to everyone they came in contact with. Yes, through example, they taught their children to do the same. They felt that because God had so richly blessed them, it was their highest honor and privilege to serve him and this nation in any way they were asked, and they did. Generosity was in their DNA. They lived Luke 12:48. Our prayers are like eating and breathing, and they are part of what sustains us. When it comes to demonic nations in the Christian, when it comes to demonic nations, it's the Christian faith that matters. No matter what the name is on the door of the building where we worship, we are all praying for the same dream, with the same playing for the same team with the same team captain. Even if we come at it from different sides of the field, worship, prayer, and praise all help recalibrate our internal compass. Here's a thought-provoking word from Richard Foster. If worship doesn't change us, it has not been worship. To stand between the Holy One of eternity is to change. Worship begins in holy expectancy. It ends in holy obedience. Worship, praise, and gratitude should be ways of life for Christians. One reason we worship together is to lift our souls into the presence of Almighty God, our Creator. Another is to feed our minds with His truth so that He can quicken our conscience, to open our hearts to the love of God, and to devote our wills to His purpose. True worship is to experience the presence of God. That's why we go to church every Sunday. We have just talked about treating each other with respect and dignity. How does that look? It's to live faithfully through it all and love fully to the end. When we do, we are following 1 John 3:18. Mr. Lincoln said during the Civil War, "My concern is not whether God is on our side, but whether we are on God's side." It was relevant then, and even more so still is relevant today. You may send your prayer requests to heanswerstwo@gmail.com.